whole life, always, but this is not about that. It's more about her. And when we were young, I always used to tell her, and she hated it every time I said it to her, I really am fascinated to see who you end up with. She really hated it all the time when I said that. But I'll tell you why, because it was always really hard to think of anybody who could sort of match what she is. I should tell you before that Rosie has been boy crazy as long as I can remember. And boys have been Rosie crazy even longer. There was always a not very short list of boys that Rosie was smitten with, and the string of boys smitten with her was robust also. And there were more than a few that tried to win me over just to get to her. A lot, actually. But I always sort of wondered who that could really complete such a very special person. Everyone that knows Rosie even a little bit knows that she's smart and that she's kind and beautiful. But that's really only the very beginning. I think most of all, Rosie is full of love. I brought some pictures that you can see later. I should have blown them up, but they're little, they're at my table. And you can capture just a little bit of that in some of those pictures. But if you spend any time with her, you've probably seen it. She is enthusiastic, optimistic, funny, and thinks she's funny. Able to find joy in small things. She's unique, genuine, and infectious. I think the best way to describe it is that Rosie brings light to everything that she touches. You can see it in the work that she's chosen, the faces she makes when she's line dancing. I even noticed it when I went back through old emails last night that she uses a really high ratio of exclamation points. A lot, like a lot. Her outlook on life, her character, and her enormous capacity to love are remarkable. She's always been wise and mature, while at the same time being incredibly immature and childlike. She eats popcorn with a spoon, and pickles with a fork and knife, and she loves every song that was ever written. Rosie, you've taught me to be more humble and open-minded and to take myself less seriously always. I always wondered who you would end up with, because it was hard to imagine the immature gang. But seeing you and Josh together, it was clear to me what you needed all along. Somebody with a kind enough spirit, a big enough heart, and a joyful enough approach to life, not only to make you happy, but to allow you to be exactly who you are. And that's no small thing. Although Josh, I haven't spent nearly as much time with you as I would like, the ease with which you two interact, the way you look at each other, and how happy you are just to be in each other's presence doesn't take very long to notice. I don't need to tell you to take care of her, Josh. It's clear that you already do. One of the lessons that you taught me was to follow my heart, and I've always admired how much you do that. I couldn't be more thrilled that your heart brought you to such a wonderful, warm, and compassionate person. They don't make a better word in English for it. He's a mensch. And he seems to think that you're almost as funny as you think you are. So, as you go forward into this new stage, I don't have glass, but you should raise it. I wish you everything good in the world. I know that you'll keep humor, love, and levity as you face your adventures together, and I hope this is the first of many shared celebrations of years.
That I get to speak now because you've all already experienced and witnessed the love that already surrounds Rosie, which I've witnessed my whole life. So the one thing that I can offer and would like to offer for the two of you is that my whole life I've been able to see the communities of people and the love that always surrounds Rosie. From Farah in her younger days moving forward through life, and then the college roommates, and then all the way through to the people you've gone to school with in grad school and now in Kentucky. So I've always seen all the love that's always been around you and the people that support you and you support as well. But I've never really had that kind of an insight to see the people that surround Josh. And this weekend has been the first time for somebody like me to see the same community that surrounds Josh. And it's just very rewarding to see that the community that surrounds Josh is remarkably similar to the same community that has always surrounded you. So it's very rewarding for me to see all of the people that have come together to celebrate Josh and to celebrate Rosie, and to see how similarly everybody loves both of these people. So that's the first thing that I'd like to offer, and the thing that I've seen that I find so wonderful. And the second thing I'd like to say is that I met Josh at Barrett's Gang for the first time, actually, in that fateful summer of 2007. He's absolutely hilarious. He knows back and forth across the pond, which I had no knowledge of. But when we first, Laura and I both met Josh at the camp, and it was a very brief encounter because Rosie actually woke him from a nap, and it was a very shocking, frightful, surprising experience. And slowly, over the course of 5 years, it's actually been a slow crawl to get to know Josh a little bit better. He's very much so an onion with a lot of different layers. You have to peel them back very slowly, and every time a new layer gets peeled back, there's a new wonderful thing that we learn about Josh. And the thing that's another exciting thing for me is that last night was the first time I got a big chunk of that onion off. And 2 o'clock in the morning in the kitchen at my parents' house, we were wolfing down pulled pork and coleslaw and baked beans and macaroni and cheese, and I saw the most glorious version of Josh I've ever seen today. So, for a person who's witnessed little teeny layers of onion come off all the way down to a big chunk of onion come off, and I always see something better and better each time. I know that in the future and going forward, we will continue to see more and more of Josh, and I know from what I've already seen that we'll just keep seeing this wonderful person emerge and this relationship blossom and grow. So, cheers to the two of them.
I'm Travis Penix, and I went to college with Josh. Had the pleasure of spending 4 years there at Center with him, and just wanted to say, just very briefly, a couple of things. No need to end a good party so soon. But I just wanted to really speak to the testament of really the love that surrounds both Josh and Rosie. They have, obviously, with this room of folks and this caliber of people that I've had the privilege to spend the weekend with, that's truly a testament to each of you and all that you give day in, day out. And I am quite honored to be here, quite honored to have the company of all these people. So that's my toast.
I lived with, my name's Chris. I lived with Josh for 2 years, and I can say this, and I can vouch for JP, Joshua Wayne Foster does not do the dishes. But every couple of weeks, I would come home, and the dishes would be done. I'd be very surprised. And I always knew when Rosie was coming in. It's clear that Rosie brings out the best in Josh. So, without, anything else, let's grab our drinks, whatever we have in front of us. Josh, here's to a lifetime of doing dishes together.
We've had the opportunity to do some shopping here at Taste of Denver, and I think it's time to do a little gift giving, a little teaser for the big day tomorrow. So with this shopping trip, had a great day, beautiful. Nobody got too sunburned, but we definitely had plenty of beer, and with that came this great idea. There's all these vendors. It's just a glorious opportunity to find really cool stuff. And one of those things, we have a gift for both of you, one for Josh and one for Rosie. And if you would, just go ahead and open up the box. And I think it'll be a really fun surprise. Yeah, that one's nice for you, Josh.
qualify. My name's Brittany, sorry. And I was Rosie's roommate her second year of occupational therapy school in St. Louis. So I think I qualify as the newest friend in the room, which is such an honor. You've heard from many, many, many people that this room is an amazing group of men and women who love and support Josh and Rosie, but also love and support each other. And I came here to Denver about a year ago, and the Feedies welcomed me into their home and family, and I felt immediately close and loved by the Feedies and the Potters just the same because they showed up the same week that I was there. So it was a full loving house, and I just feel honored to have become a part of the Feedy Potter families, and I look forward to everything the future has to come because I hear so much about the past. It seems like there are lots of things that I still get to know and love about Rosie and Josh and their family and friends. So I look forward to the future and the